Now pay close attention. This isn't something you see every day.
Welcome back to another video, and today I want to talk about the G.I. Joe classified series, Carl Greer, codename Doc. Now this guy here is 122 in the line. Here he is in the box. Here on this side here we have the 122, the QR code to hell. On the back we have some beautiful artwork of him, and then on the side we have a little bit more artwork of Doc. So with all that being said and gone over, let's get this guy out of the box. Let's take a look at Doc and let's have a conversation. All right, so now that we have Doc out of the package, here he is in all his glory. And listen, he comes with a few things. He really does. And I have a couple things about this figure, but I mean, listen, I'm excited. I've been waiting for them to come out with Doc for a long time. If you guys haven't heard it in some of my other prior videos, I've been waiting for them to come out with them. They finally did. My peeves with this figure aren't that big. They're not that crazy, so it's not something to really get all upset about. It's just my personal preference, and that's all there is to that. But taking a look at this figure here, all right, they have him with his iconic green lens glasses. They do remove off of the character, so if you want to remove them, you can. I like the fact that they put a little bit of gray hair on the side here to show that, you know, he's just a little bit older, gave him that Reed's Richard look. So that's cool. I thought that was cool. I like the fact that they gave him the medic badge on this side here. And on this side, he's got, it says medic on the arm. The combat vest, flashlight, EpiPen, pouches are removable so you can take them off. His belt with a bunch of pouches and then some clips down here in the back. Then right here, he has another pouch, probably with some more medical stuff in there. Looks like he has a tricorder sitting there on the side, just above it. And then of course his watch, which is cool because you can actually see the hands on there for the time. And then coming down to his holster on the side. And then just his classic underneath this vest, his, you know, classic look along with his boots. Now, I understand he's a combat medic. I understand when he goes into combat, he should be wearing a vest to keep himself safe. And that's, you know, what he has on. But they should have given it a little Queagle, is that what they call them? Whatever, something, little pegs here on the side so you can take this vest on and off. That's just my personal preference. Or just put it up here where you can pull it through, like on the Master of the Universe figures, you know, with the little tabs where you pull it through and, you know, you could tuck it in back here somewhere. That way you can remove this and have that classic look, if that's what you want. So I'm going to figure out how to a way to get this vest off, because my friend CB Hunts, if you have not seen his stuff, go check him out. He's a great content creator. He showed me a picture of his without the vest on, and it just looks 100 times better in my opinion. And yeah, shout out to him. So please guys, go check him out. And the photo that you see that I put up, that's his photo of his figure without the vest on. So yeah, definitely go check that, you know, that out. Go check him out. Go check out his page. Show him some love. Definitely do so. But anyway, back to the figure. He's great. The only peeve I have is just this right here. And his glass is looking a little gaudy. But I mean, I guess that's the way it is since they're removable. It's not that, you know, it doesn't make or break the bank. The other thing is that these things, they pop right off really easy to get lost. So if you're going to take the vest off or you're going to take these off, just store them somewhere where they're not going to get lost. That's all. So with that being said, guys, let's take a look at the accessories that Doc comes with, because he comes with a few things. And yeah, I mean, not much, but just a few things. So starting off, I'm going to roll right into it. He has his helmet, and I like the fact that on his medic helmet, he has the pill bottles here at the top. So that's cool. And he's got his chin strap, so you can put this on him. I've never seen him with one of these on, but I mean, hey, like I said, the full getup with the helmet, that's great. But without it, you want classic, this should be able to come off just like the helmet does. Now moving on, we have his pistol. And yeah, I don't know if this is more like a taser or what, but it's cool. It's cool. I mean, no cartridge removes. A little wide on that that trigger right there, that, you know, but I mean, as far as anything else, I mean, it is pretty neat looking weapon. And it holsters right in here, just boom, done. And it's in there. So that fits right on in, right there on the figure, so no worries. Next up, we have his holster with his flare gun, which of course you need to be extracted, you need help, you shoot this off, and of course they do have a port for an effect, which he should have come with a flare. That would have been cool if they would have added that in there. But that's just my opinion. I mean, it's not a bad thing. And this fits right into the actual thing, and you know, the actual holster, I should say. But it's not going to hold. I don't want to holster it on the side. I'm going to holster it here on his back. The reason why I'm going to holster it on his back is because, well, I mean, that's where I'm going to put it. You don't have to. But I kind of like it like that because of the fact that with that combat vest, it's not going to be so gaudy. Yeah, I could put it in the front, you know, remove these two pouches and put it in the front. But that's just the way I think it would be for my figure, since it should have been somewhere, you know, on the leg, like the leg holster on the other side should have had the flare, or on his back down below here. But I understand why they didn't do that, because of the fact that he comes with a stretcher. And this is cool because you can put your injured Joes or, you know, Cobra, you know, prisoners on here if you're going to have any, or whatever the case is that you're helping. It folds and it has a peg on it, because this pegs into his back so he can carry it on his back. And that's cool that they did that. And that's going to be your choice on however you want to do that. And then you can have, you know, him and then another Joe helping you carry whoever it is that's injured on there. Yeah, that's actually pretty interesting. And they have the little peg and the peg holes, I just noticed, so that way it pegs in. And I didn't even really notice that, but I guess you can give it a little bit of a push and it's going to hold it, so it's not so easily to open. Yeah, now that's now that I did that, that's really in there. So there we go. But that's cool. I mean, it's cool that they added it in there, you know. And yeah, I mean, nothing too crazy with it. It's going to be your preference on how you want to do the figure. And as far as his helmet, that's the only thing I didn't add on. So you remove his glasses, and that's another thing too, to remove the glasses and put the helmet on. So putting on the helmet, you're just gonna have to kind of, I don't know if you should take the head off first or what, but you want to get it up over the ears and get it on there. And I'm trying to do this on camera, so normally I do this stuff off camera to figure out what is the easiest way, and then come back and tell. Chances are it's probably gonna, oh, there it goes, over the ears. That was a bit of a stretch. There you go. Straighten it out best you can to get that on there with that chin strap, which is kind of awkward. It's kind of warped. I don't even know if I had that on camera. I was too busy looking at the figure than I was anything else when I'm doing this. But straighten it out. There we go. That's not too bad. That doesn't look bad at all either. It's on there now. Will the glasses fit? I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't see the glasses fitting on here. Those straps are pretty tight, and I'm not taking the chance of breaking them. I'm trying to force them in there, but they will not go in. You can see where right here they're really tight on the ends. So when he has this on, you're not going to have his glasses, of course. So which therefore, that's how he's going to look without having his glasses on. So I guess that's a cool look if that's what you want to do. But yeah, I mean, I don't really have much to say on the matter, except for the fact that I won't be posing them like this, because that's just my preference. That's everybody's preference, you know, on what you want to do. That's what I mean by that, with your figure, as far as how you're going to pose them, with or without this helmet. And as you can see, getting it on and off, it seems to be kind of you got to work it. You really got to work to get that off of there. So, but this is how I remember Doc. Not with all this get up on him, and that's fine. I'm not saying they did anything wrong with it when they made the figure this way. Hey, man, he's just a little bit more modern. He's got a little bit more of a you know, a little bit of gusto going with him, but I want that regular old classic look. And they'll probably come out with a retro card version of him. Is he going to still have all this stuff on him? I have no clue. But before I end this review, I am going to try to figure out a way to get this off, to show him off without that on there, without ruining the vest if I don't have to, because I don't want to ruin the vest. So give me a few minutes. I'll be right back to try to get that vest off, to show him. If I can't get it off, you're going to see him with it back on, with it on anyway, and then I'll just do the comparisons with the one character that I have out. So with that being said, give me a minute. I'll be right back. All right, so now that I have the vest off, and let me tell you something, it was not an easy task to try to remove, but I did. Little incision there, it's off. Can always be fixed later on if I wanted to, and put it back on, or I can just put it back on and it'll still fit no matter what. Pop the head off. Now it's removable and reusable still. So with that being said, let's take a look on how he compares to another character in his line, in this line I should say. And here's how he compares to Naugahyde and Yabo. And that's all I have for comparisons, to be honest with you. But look how he towers over, look how Naugahyde towers over Doc. So that's cool. They actually have a size difference in there between the different characters, which is actually about time that we get some of that, because I know some of the, you know, only a certain characters towered over a couple of the others. But anyway, this is how I prefer Doc to look for me. I get his articulation back, all sorts of goodness and stuff like that. And that's fine, because I'm not buying another one of these so I could have that classic look if this is what they were going to do in the card back version of him. Don't get me wrong, once again, this is just my personal preference. This is what I prefer, because this is what I was expecting and how I was expecting Doc to come out. I understand that he should have the battle harness on, or the flak vest on, with all of his gear and all that stuff to keep him protected when he's out in the field, but they should have made it to where it was a little bit removable, and that's about it. But that right there, as long as you're careful, it'll slip on and off. You'll never even know once you put it back on the shelf, because it stays right there. It's not a big deal. It's just something that I chose to do because that's what I wanted. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this review on Doc from the G.I. Joe Classified line. Please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment down below. Always hit the notification bell so you never miss out on anything new. And yeah, I'll catch you on the flippity flip.